Cruise news time, and look, I'm doing the best that I can, okay? Every day for like 6 years, I come here and I try to give you 8 to 15 minutes of informed and entertaining and fun content and positivity. And look, sometimes I get the words wrong, and sometimes I get the information wrong. Sometimes I mispronounce a thing or two. But yesterday I got called out for 2 different issues by multiple people, and I feel like I have to address it. One specifically with yesterday's show, and then like one global thing. I took shade on a global channel thing yesterday, and yeah, my heart's hurting a little bit today. I got to address it. Also, I have to tell you about the Carnival boat that's going to Caraco for the first time, and then we have another Carnival boat that's getting the colander put right on top of it. You know, millions of dollars for the colander. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face on October the 6th. And well, the first thing I need to address is the channel name, La Lido Loca. Throughout the history of this channel, I've been approached by wordsmiths, by people that know language, by cunning linguists saying, don't you know that the way that you're using La Lido Loca is inappropriate because there is a gender mismatch in the Spanish in the phrase La Lido Loca. Here's the comment that I got yesterday. I appreciate all your videos, but I am perplexed. Why you choose to call yourself La Lido Loca. Lido by nature of Spanish is male. La and Loca are female. We talked about that. Your proper name should be El Lido Loco. Were you just uneducated, uninformed, or are you trying some sort of whimsical something? Not a hater at all. Jenny hooked me up with a transatlantic. So this is one of Jenny's clients coming at me. Jenny B, what the heck? Commenter, you called it right on several things. There's many times in my life where I am uneducated and uninformed, and there are several times in my life where I've tried to be whimsical, but I'm very familiar with the genesis, the origin of the name of this YouTube channel, La Lido Loca. I'll give it to you as quick as possible. Went on my first cruise. I fell in love with the concept of a Lido deck. I looked up Lido to find out what it meant. Found out it was an Italian word with a Latin origin, and simply it meant shoreline or beach. And there's a proper use of Lido that references a beach in Venice, Italy. And I said to myself, the name of the channel, 22 Postcards, which we had, before La Lido Loca, I don't like it as much. I want to use something that has a cruise word in it, but I don't want to be obvious with the word cruise. That was a bad decision. I want to do something catchy with the word Lido, and so I had Lido floating around in my head. And one day after returning from our first cruise, before I made the very first video on this channel, I'm driving around in our 2013 Chevy Equinox, listening to Sirius XM, and guess what comes on? That's right, Upside Inside Out. I'm living La Vida Loca. And I was like, you know what might fit in that phrase? Lido. Living La Lido Loca. Crazy cruise life, crazy beach, crazy yes. And well, that's how it was born. It's a nonsensical, it's a farcical phrase without any true allegiance to any language. And so not once in my life ever, except when I'm doing these explanations, have I cared whether or not there was gender agreement in the phrase of this YouTube channel. Thank you for calling me out in the comments. Now, I was also taken aback by the multiple call-outs yesterday when it came to the cruise news story about the naming of the second Icon-class cruise ship, the Star of the Seas. And I said during that story, Icon has 4 letters, Star has 4 letters. Would it not be cool if every ship in the Icon class had a 4-letter name? And you guys submitted some really interesting and great names, and I appreciate that participation. But I had several people who didn't want to participate in the 4-letter ship name exercise. Instead, they took time out of their day and commented, hey, dummy, don't you know that Utopia of the Seas has more than 4 letters in it? So how could all of the ships in the Icon class have 4 letters in it, dummy? And upon reading multiple comments along that vein, I realized that maybe I had failed because I thought I'd done a good job over the last year or two communicating the fact that the 2 new Royal Caribbean cruise ships coming out were of a different class. Let me say it more plainly. The Utopia of the Seas is not in the Icon class. It is in the Oasis class. That's different. And because it's different, it doesn't matter how many letters are in the word Utopia because it's not in the Icon class. Here's a chart. See? Icon of the Seas, Star of the Seas, they're one class. Oasis of the Seas, Allure of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, Wonder of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, in a different class. It is interesting to me. I try to do the best that I can. I only ever jokingly use the word expert, that kind of thing, because I am just always in process, always learning, doing my best to give you guys the best information. But it does seem like there are certain people that get so much satisfaction if they can have a gotcha moment. I got you, boy. I got you. You was wrong. And so I'm kind of sad to say this next part, but for all the people that were so excited that they got me yesterday when it came to Utopia of the Seas, well, you just got yourself. You just exposed your own shortcomings when it came to knowing what ships were in which classes on Royal Caribbean. So that's why I say, hey man, nice shot. Shout out Ludicrous. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll say something accidentally in this show that you can jump all over. All right. We got to talk about the Carnival cruise boat that's going to Curacao. Is anybody annoyed with that? Of course, it's a ship, not a boat, and it's not Curacao, even though it's spelled like that. It's Curacao. And of course, the cruise ship that we're talking about is the Carnival Venezia. It's a new Carnival cruise ship that came over from the Costa Cruise Line, new to Carnival, and she's starting to make her stops in a lot of these cruise ports for the very first time. And for those that are unfamiliar with the pomp and circumstance that goes along with cruising, when a cruise ship goes to a cruise port for the very first time, it is usually accompanied by a ceremony and a plaque exchange. All of that went down in Funky Town yesterday in Curacao for the Carnival Venezia. Is Venezia Spanish or is that an Italian word? I don't know. What kind of word is Caraco? Is that Dutch? Our next cruise news story is about the Carnival boat getting a colander put on it. Of course, it's not a colander. It's not a boat. The Carnival Freedom cruise ship is set for dry dock. It's going to be 16 days in dry dock with a multi-million-dollar refurbishment, and probably the crowning refurbishment or the cherry on top refurbishment or the top hat refurbishment will be the installation of the brand new iconic whale tail funnel on top of the Carnival Freedom. As you remember, its previous whale tail caught fire, burnt up, and they've been rocking this weird straight stack for a bit. Now the Freedom will have its iconic whale tail back in place. Boom, that is your cruise news. I sure hope you enjoyed the show today. If you'd like more, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button on the way out. This is Tony for El Lido Loco. La Lido Loca. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye. Cruise news.